On the morning of September 2nd, 2024, before the sun had fully risen over Chicago, a Blue Line train moved steadily along its tracks. It was around 5:30 a.m., that quiet hour when the city feels half asleep. Inside the train car, a small group of passengers sat scattered across the seats. Some stared at their phones. Some leaned back with tired eyes after overnight shifts. Others simply watched the dark skyline pass by through the windows. It was an ordinary commute, routine, predictable, uneventful. Among them sat a man dressed in dark clothing. He appeared calm, blending into the silence of the early morning ride. There was nothing outwardly alarming about him. No raised voice.
No argumento. No visible tensión.
As the train moved between stations on a less crowded stretch of track, the calm atmosphere suddenly shattered. Without warning, the man stood up and pulled out a Glock 43 9mm semi-automatic pistol. In an instant, he began firing inside the enclosed train car. The first shots rang out sharply, echoing off metal walls and glass windows. The confined space magnified the sound, turning each gunshot into a thunderclap. Passengers screamed and ducked for cover. Some fell to the floor, trying to shield themselves behind seats. Others rushed toward the connecting doors, searching desperately for escape in a moving train. Panic spread faster than anyone could react. Within moments, multiple passengers were struck. The chaos lasted only seconds, but for those inside, it felt endless. Fear replaced routine. Survival replaced normal thought. The train continued moving until it approached the next station. Survivors, trembling and in shock, called 911 as soon as they could. Dispatchers received frantic reports of an active shooter on a CTA train. Law enforcement units rushed toward the station ahead. When the train finally stopped, officers moved in quickly. The suspect was located and taken into custody. The firearm was recovered at the scene. For innocent, people lost their lives in that early morning attack. Others were injured, both physically and emotionally. Authorities later stated that the shooting appeared to be random, with no confirmed personal connection between the suspect and the victims. That detail left the city deeply unsettled. Random violence carries a different kind of fear, the fear that anyone could become a victim without warning. News of the tragedy spread rapidly throughout Chicago and across the country. Morning broadcasts shifted to breaking coverage. Images showed police vehicles surrounding the train, flashing lights reflecting off its metallic exterior. Crime scene tape lined the station platform. Investigators carefully examined the train car, documenting every detail. The Chicago Transit Authority temporarily adjusted service while the investigation continued. City officials addressed the public, confirming 4 fatalities and multiple injuries. The suspect faced 4 counts of first-degree murder. 4 families of the victims. The news arrived in the most devastating way possible, an unexpected knock on the door from uniformed officers. In a matter of minutes, ordinary lives were permanently altered. Community members gathered in the days that followed. Candles and flowers appeared near the station. Vigils were held to honor those who lost their lives. Strangers stood side by side in silence, reflecting on the fragility of everyday moments. For daily commuters, the sense of security inside public transportation had been shaken. Increased police presence and security measures were implemented across transit lines. Surveillance footage helped investigators piece together the timeline, but early reports suggested no clear motive. The randomness remained one of the most chilling aspects of the case. Chicago has faced violence before, but an attack inside a moving commuter train at dawn struck a particularly vulnerable nerve. Public transportation represents normalcy, a shared space.